eyewitness can identify the gunman.
17 members and associates of the Hells Angels are facing criminal charges in a violent attack.
Federal agents allege the outlaws sold drugs, traded firearms, and engaged in insurance fraud and even tampered with government witnesses.
We have learned there is cell phone video as well as surveillance video of evidence in this attack.
The U.S. Attorney characterized today's raids as historic, the largest federal bust on organized criminal gang activity.
Retaliation is common for crimes involving biker gangs. However, it could happen anywhere because of how interconnected gangs have become nationwide.
The 3-year investigation resulted in 42 federal indictments on a variety of charges, including racketeering, money laundering, drugs, gambling, insurance fraud, and extortion.
There's a bunch of bikers up here, and they're shooting guns and stuff. I need the police now.
But on foot going towards 2nd Street. Okay, receive.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Stacks. I'm your host, Bill Stacks, and today we got biker wars. We're going to talk about the shooting up in Maine with the Outlaw MC. Shout out to everybody that watches this show. I appreciate you taking the time. We got a lot of great content on the way. We got some new guests that are going to be joining us. You guys will see. I'm very excited for the future. So today, shout out to everybody, sending prayers to the people out there in California who are dealing with that fire. It's crazy. Whole neighborhoods are engulfed in flames. It's insane what's going on up there. I've seen a couple videos and people are like trapped inside their houses. It's insane what's going on. But today, we're going to talk about this shooting that happened and everything that led up to it. It's a pretty crazy situation. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. So today we're talking about the Outlaw Motorcycle Club. And I got some videos to go along with this. Let's get to business. So it says Portland police arrest 5 men in Morrill's Corner shooting. Still looking for New Hampshire suspect. Now this article was a while ago. This is an old story, so keep that in mind when you hear things like a couple days ago or whatever. This happened a few years back. I'll give you the exact date, but we're going to get into the story. This is one of the suspects. This is the guy that they were looking for. Says each man faced assault charges in connection with a fatal shooting of Susan McHugh. Police believe stem from biker club dispute. Portland police have arrested 5 men and are searching for another on a series of assault charges after a deadly shooting this summer. Here, let me tell you guys the exact date. Oh, this happened this year, I guess. I believe it happened this year. So the arrest come months after Aaron Karp was charged with the murder, death of 54-year-old Susan McHugh of Gray. He has pleaded not guilty and is being held without bail in the Cumberland County Jail. The 5 men charged this week with elevated aggravated assault charges, conspiracy to commit assault, are Kaleb Cidre, 22, of Windham, Jason Keenan, 45, of Bath, James Moody, 30, of Bowdoin, Kaleb Pelkey, 33, of Portland, and Nathan Walsh, 45, of Lewiston. Police are still trying to find a 6-man, 45-year-old Kristofer Haken. I believe that's this man right here. So it says New Hampshire, Portland police said that Haken is considered dangerous and may be armed. They believe he is linked with the Outlaw Motorcycle Club. Karp, who was arrested in August, has ties to the biker club. According to investigators in previous court hearings, the prosecutor for the state said that the entire incident stemmed from rivalries between the Outlaw Motorcycle Club and another club. In an affidavit for Karp's arrest is still not publicly available. It is unclear what roles the police believe the 5 men played. The men being charged played that night. Spokesperson Brad Nadrew declined to share any information on whether the police believe the men are connected with either motorcycle club. At a bail hearing in September, Portland police detective testified he saw surveillance camera footage of Karp firing a gun at McHugh that night of July 30th. Hours earlier, McHugh's son, her husband, and their friend, all of whom are members of a rival motorcycle club, the FSU club. I don't know what club that is, but we'll find out. They got into an argument at a restaurant in Westbrook with members of a higher calling, which is affiliated with the Outlaws. The argument was caught on restaurant surveillance. I got the video, and we're going to play that video. And it's pretty insane. The video is pretty crazy. So let's get to the video.
No eyewitness can identify the gunman. Police
You can't really deny that, though. Once you're kind of caught, you're kind of caught on video.
said they used dash cam and surveillance video to identify Karp. You see in this video introduced in court today. According to testimony, the bar has rules about not wearing biker jackets and vests with their colors. Again, according to testimony, the FSU Biker Club got upset with the higher calling club.
Let me fast forward that part.
Police say higher calling members then called members of a third club named the Outlaws, who showed up at the Brookside Bar and later confronted some members of the FSU club on Forest Avenue, carrying weapons including a baseball.
So that's them going across the parking lot. So what happened allegedly is there was a club inside this restaurant, and the other club was mad because they had their colors on. The club came in, and allegedly, altercation happens. One club snatches the other club's colors. Somebody within the group calls the Outlaws. They show up with 5 members, all with their cuts on, and a big altercation happens. Here, I got another article. This one's a little better.
They used a dash cam video and 2 surveillance videos to identify the gunman who shot Susan McHugh. It all started at the Brookside Bar in Westbrook the night of July 30th, which you see in this video introduced in court today. According to testimony, the bar has rules about not wearing biker jackets and vests with their colors.
I zoom in when he snatches the cut, too. You can see it.
Again, according to testimony, the FSU Biker Club got upset with the higher calling club for wearing their colors, threw some punches.
You see that? Watch. Ready?
One of their vests.
Kind of looked like he handed it over, but maybe that guy's not a part of the other club. But it looked to me like he handed the cut over. Unless he's a part of the other group.
Their calling club for wearing their colors, threw some punches, and stole one of their vests.
And that's robbery. That's a robbery charge these days. Back in the day, motorcycle clubs used to take the rival club's cuts and they would hang it on the wall upside down as a sign of, oh, we got you. That's like taking their flag type thing. That's similar to what gang members do. They used to snatch people's beads or take their bandanas, things like that. I'm not saying that these motorcycle clubs are gangs, but they are being labeled as gangs by law enforcement. I believe law enforcement is a gang itself. It's pretty much the biggest gang out there. Law enforcement, the most dangerous, the biggest gang out there is law enforcement. And they have their own motorcycle club, so.
Stole one of their vests. Police say higher calling members then called members of a third club named the Outlaws, who showed up at the Brookside bar and later confronted some members of the FSU club.
Jared says she's crazy. She was a good woman, man. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Mooch, what's going on? Don't be a Bernstein. Oh, I'm nothing like Bernstein there. Not at all. Bernstein, I'm nothing like him, man. Lindsay, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Rah, what's going on? Bambi, how are you? Chicago Offender, how are you? Thank you guys for watching. Mooch, how are you? He said, don't be a Bernstein. I do not know who that is. Mickey Griggs, how are you? What's going on?
On Forest Avenue. Police testified 7 men wearing
LB Green
crossed Forest Avenue, carrying weapons including a baseball bat and small sledgehammer, and attacked 3 members of the rival.
My sources tell me, Mooch. My sources. They tell me they're close to the situation on both sides.
Club. That's when police say Susan McHugh fired 1 shot to defend her husband and the others, causing all the outlaws.
So what happened is her husband and her son was involved with the altercation. She fires a shot. I don't know if she fired it in the air or towards these guys, but they scatter at when they hear the shot. One of the guys pulls out a gun and starts firing in her direction and hit her in the chest and kill her. Crazy situation.
Turn and run until police say the defendant, Aaron Karp, allegedly fired 9 shots at Susan McHugh, with 1 bullet hitting her in the chest. Police say someone else picked up McHugh's gun and returned fire. According to police testimony, no eyewitness can identify the gunman. Police say they used dash cam and surveillance video to identify Karp by matching his clothing, watch, and how.
Someone picked up his gun, they said, and returned fire? I thought the Outlaws were the good guys. Mickey Griggs says.
How he walked. Prosecution asked for Karp to be held without bail, fearing witnesses might be in danger. Both lawyers also argued whether self-defense should be considered in this case.
What do you guys think? Do you think self-defense should be considered in this case? I don't think, when it comes to like an altercation, like you're involved in this big melee, right? I don't think self-defense can be entered into this type of thing because you guys are all involved with this big melee. So where does self-defense come in? Self-defense is for when someone's attacking you and you have to use force against them. That wasn't the case here, really, right? And they called these guys to come and do something. So I don't think self-defense will work.
Miss McHugh would be alive today if they had not gone to that line key lot. But they went to confront Mr. McHugh, Mr. Holmes, and Mr. Frechette. And they brought weapons in hand, and he brought a gun.
The Outlaws did not start this incident.
No, the other people did and called them. So who's at fault? Like this guy says, the Outlaws didn't start this incident, but the other people did and then called them. So they kind of sucked them into it.
Mr. Holmes and his FSU gang went and literally robbed and stole and assaulted people who happened to be friendly with the Outlaws. They started this.
Moving forward, prosecutors and the defense will present written arguments on.
Oh, so this, I get it. The FSU club are the ones that went in to the restaurant. They started assaulting people, took a patch, and then the people who they took the patch from then called the Outlaws, and then they showed up, and then the situation happens.
On probable cause. Judge John O'Neill says he will read those arguments before deciding on bail. For now, the defendant continues to be held without bail.
LB Green says, I thought the FSU was a skinhead gang out of Florida. I don't know. I'm going to look into it. Let me see. What is this FSU thing? It says, calling them a lot of people. They're old and trying to do this. Seemed younger. It's a punk rock thing, I guess it says. FSU, I know from back in the day, are around 50 years old now, it says. Yeah, late 40s, early 50s, someone says. It is the same FSU kids I used to see at the hardcore shows in Massachusetts. They are a bunch of total D-bags that would ruin shows for everyone else by crowd punching, getting into fights, etc. To them, FSU stands for F shit up or Friends Stand United. But it's all the same BS. I used to love seeing them get their asses kicked by big dudes they picked fights with. So there you have it. I guess they're just a group of people that hang out together. I remember some of them being decent back when I went to more shows. They were enforcers of small shows that the backwoods clan assholes would show up to. First sign of something racist or shitty would happen, some skinny kid would get Superman punched, a skinhead, and then like 50 of them would pile on. So people in the comments on Reddit are saying that they're just a group of people who... Where did this happen? Portland, Maine. This happened in Portland, Maine.
Members showed up at the Brookside Bar and later confronted some members of the FSU club on Forest Avenue, carrying weapons including a baseball bat and small sledgehammer, and attacked 3 members of the rival club. That's when police say Susan McHugh fired 1 shot to defend her husband and the others, causing all the outlaws to turn and run.
See, I don't know where she fired that shot. I don't know if she shot it at. According to Gangler, I remember correctly. I don't know if Mooch knows. Mooch, if you're in here, do you know what this thing is, the FSU? Have you ever heard of them? I know Mooch used to be into that punk rock type scene back in the day when he was younger. Mooch, if you're in here, have you ever had any dealings or do you know anything about this FSU crew?
So police say the defendant, Aaron Karp, allegedly fired 9 shots at Susan McHugh, with 1 bullet hitting her in the chest. Police say someone else picked up McHugh's gun and returned fire. According to police testimony, no eyewitness.
Someone picked up his gun and started shooting.
Can identify the gunman. Police say they used dash cam and surveillance video to identify Karp by matching his clothing, watch, and how he walked. Prosecution asked for Karp to be held without bail, fearing witnesses might be in danger. Both lawyers also argued whether self-defense should be considered in this case.
Miss McHugh would be alive today if they had not gone to that Meineke lot. But they went to confront Mr. McHugh, Mr. Holmes, and Mr. Frechette. And they brought weapons in hand, and he brought a gun.
The Outlaws did not start this incident. Mr. Holmes and his FSU gang went and literally robbed and stole and assaulted people who happened to be friendly with the Outlaws. They started.
FSU was big in Philly at punk shows too, Eddie says.
Cause. Judge John O'Neill says he will read those arguments before deciding on bail. For now, the defendant continues to be held without bail.
So, I don't know. I'm not sure what ended up happening with this case, but I'll find out. Corey, how are you? Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Eddie says FSU was big in Philly at the punk shows. If anyone knows anything about this FSU, let me know. I'm curious. Here's one from September. Deadly Portland shooting is part of rival motorcycle clubs. They're calling it a motorcycle club. New details have emerged in the Portland shooting that left a woman dead at Forest River last summer. Prosecutors now allege the fight happened between rival motorcycle clubs. That was revealed during a bail hearing Friday for the alleged shooter, Aaron Karp, who now faces murder charges. He'll probably end up getting charged with manslaughter or something. Police say that they used dash cam footage and surveillance photos to identify the gunman who shot Susan. It all started at a Brookside bar in Westbrook, which is visible in the video introduced Friday. According to testimony, the bar has rules about not wearing biker jackets or vests with club colors. There's a lot of places that have those types of rules that you can't wear cuts or anything in the club. The strip club I used to work at, you weren't supposed to let them in with their cuts on, but we did. Hells Angels came in a couple times. We let them in. We didn't say anything. It says, according to testimony, members of the FSU Biker Club got upset with the Higher Calling Club. I never heard of that one either. For wearing their colors, threw some punches and took one of the Higher Calling vests. Let me see if I can find street gang takes MC colors. So they're calling it a street gang. And they have like a kind of a patch, I guess you would call it. They're calling it a street gang. So here's what their alleged colors look like, I guess. I don't know. Here's a support thing for them. I've never heard of them before. If anyone knows anything about them, let me know. And the Higher Calling Club, I have a picture of them and a picture of their cut too. Their colors are allegedly black and purple. I've never heard of them. You know who has a real lot of MC clubs that you would be surprised? Canada has like an astronomical amount of motorcycle clubs. So here's a picture of the Higher Calling Club. Here's their patch. And I've never heard of them either. And this is the support your local FSU. So from what people are saying is they're kind of like a street gang that turned into some kind of, I don't know if it's a club, if it's a biker club or what, but it's pretty weird. I don't see any patches or anything. But that's kind of sad that it comes to they kill a woman, like a woman gets killed. Here's somebody with a tattoo of the alleged club right down his throat too. I'm an 81 girl. What's going on? Thank you for joining me. I guess that's something different. Yeah, I never heard about that. Never. Ireland is packed out with national clubs for such a small country. Yeah, it's insane. It really is. If you look at the amount of clubs that are out there, Ireland, England is loaded with motorcycle clubs. Loaded. Australia is overrun with motorcycle clubs. It is insane how many clubs are really out there. Clubs you never heard of. And then you have like these pop-up clubs that just develop overnight. They're there for about a year, 2 years, and then they're gone. So it's crazy. But we're going to get into some of these different stories that go on. Tomorrow I got a good show. Make sure you check out that one. The ones on Gangland were straight edge group stags. Yeah, I knew about some of the straight edge ones. They would fight Nazis and stuff, right? But they kind of looked like Nazis, but they would fight them. Like they didn't like them. I don't know. It's weird. I never got involved with any of that stuff. But it is sad. A woman ends up dying over what? Over some people. Police gather over nothing. She ends up getting killed over nothing. Oh shit, here's another video. Video from the business where shots were fired Tuesday night at the corner of Portland. At the corner in Portland, the shooting left one Maine woman dead and 3 others hospitalized. Yeah, let me see if I can play this for you guys.
Is it?
Damn, that's a lot of shots. You see them all running. You see them running? Crazy. But I'll find out the outcome of what happened with this trial, and I will let you guys know. We got a good show for tomorrow. Don't miss the show tomorrow. We're going to be going over the prospect Mongol that took the fake Hell's Angel cut in traffic, and we're going to go over that. We got a special guest going to join us, so don't miss that show. 2 o'clock tomorrow. I appreciate all you guys, and don't miss tonight's episode. Tonight is Reese Archer, part 3, I believe it is. I think part 3. And he talks about punking the Island Boys. You don't want to miss that one. It's pretty funny. And then the one after that is when he gets into the altercation with Nate Diaz. And everybody here probably seen the viral video where Nate goes like that to him and he spills his beer everywhere. If you guys haven't, you're going to see it tonight. Tonight is part 4. You don't want to miss part 4 of the Reese Archer interview where he talks about punking the Island Boys. It's pretty funny. And then there's a clip of the Nate Diaz altercation at the end. I appreciate all you guys. I hope you have a great day. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope your New Year is going good. We got a lot of great content, new guests coming on. I appreciate all you guys. Share this video. Everyone too scared to ride with the most fucking stupid laws. Expose 1% tattoo in public. Land you in jail. Yeah, it's insane. They're starting to do that. Crack down on people. Even for having a tattoo. You can't even have a tattoo in public. Like some of the people that have them on their face. Motorcycle club tattoos. Like, what do you do? What are you supposed to do? Wear a mask when you go places or wear makeup or something? But yeah, you don't want to miss this one. Mongol MC prospect takes fake Hell's Angel cut. And we're going to go over the video where this guy is rocking some counterfeit Hell's Angel gear. What causes these people to do shit like this is beyond me. They think they can just do whatever they want. Like, look at that death head on there on the left. It doesn't even look like a real death head. And it has a diamond on it. This dude's out of his mind. These people have lost their minds. You got to respect everybody. You're not going to go wearing gang beads or gang bandanas and go into some gang neighborhood, are you? Not saying that these motorcycle clubs are gangs, but why would you do that and disrespect them like that? It's insane. You got to respect everybody. Hey, Maureen, how are you? Part 3 was last night. Part 4 is tonight, I believe. Yeah, part 4 is tonight. Part 3 was last night. I appreciate all you guys. You don't want to miss tonight's video. It's pretty good. Part 4 with Reese Archer. Share this video. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to donate to the show. You can hit on my Cash App at Chatting with Stacks. All the money goes right back into the show so we can bring you the best content around. If you like this show, hit the like button. Subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And if you don't like this show, too fucking bad. Start your own podcast. I appreciate all you guys. And remember, don't be a bitch.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.